Hey everybody, and welcome back to Travels Abound. So today is all about pin boxes, specifically the Morryde pin box. We upgrade in this video to the Morryde. We have the installer explain things to watch out for and maintenance tips and tricks, and we also give a update, about a 700-mile update, whether we like it or not. Did it really make that much of a difference? Stay tuned. So we live in a Grand Design Solitude 3740BH. And recently, we attended a Grand Design rally held in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. While we were there, Morryde had a tent set up with a lot of their stuff on display. They had everything from suspension upgrades to cord reels to storage sliding trays of almost any size, of course the Morryde steps, and a really cool door handle assist. But the thing we were there for was the pin box. Y'all, this thing is awesome.
One of the beauties of the system is that it's maintenance free. There's just a few things that you occasionally want to check for wear on. Most of the components will outlast the trailer, but I would say the thing that gets replaced most often are these white stability discs. Okay. These are just there to provide a nice smooth motion as this is sliding front to back. Okay. A lot of people mistakenly think that that's actually what's providing the cushion, but that just makes it a smooth motion. They are nylon, so over time, especially with sun exposure, they'll get some slight yellowing, maybe some surface cracking. That will not affect the performance as long as they maintain their shape. So if you start to see chunks fall out, that takes years and years for that to happen. Okay. But if you see that, that's when you need to replace those. They're only about $5 a piece, I believe. You also have a rubber bumper on the front right here. There's another one in the back. The front one especially sometimes will get dried out because you're in more direct sunlight with that one. So if that falls out, I think that one's $9 or $10 to replace that. That is just a cushion if you max out the travel. Gotcha. So if you go all the way forward or all the way back to the back, you're gonna feel that cushion thud versus a metal clank. The actual main component that provides the smoother ride is the rubber spring, which is in the very center. So you can't see it when it's fully assembled. Okay. That usually lasts 15 to 20 years. They rarely ever get replaced due to wear. You can do a visual inspection. 3 inches wide, 3/4 of an inch deep is how big of a tear you would need to have before we'd recommend replacing it. But you do have to kind of disassemble the pin box in order to see it. Gotcha. So an easier way is if you look at these stability discs, as you're driving down the road, these are gonna move front to back and they're gonna leave what we call a dust trail. And so as it leaves that trail, you can measure and see how much distance you're getting. Okay. You get a maximum of 1.5 inches either way. But you shouldn't be doing that on a regular basis. That should be like a panic stop before you're moving that much. Okay. So if you see that you're moving that maximum, that's a good indication that the rubber is wearing down. Gotcha. And would need to be replaced. That's what the rubber spring looks like right here.
Good size.
Yep. If you ever need to disassemble it, it's just 4 bolts and 4 nuts. These 4 bolts, okay. 2 in the front, there's 2 in the back that connect into those retainment rods. Okay. You'll take those out. So remove these rubber plugs, and there's 4 nuts on the inside there, and that holds the upper studs of this bolt right here. That. Exactly. Gotcha. So once those 4 nuts are removed, this whole plate will drop down, and you have easy access to all the components in there.
That's exciting. You know, the older you get, it's the weirder stuff that you get excited about. I'm really excited about a pin box right now, you know? Okay, really quick, before we finish this up, I wanted to hop on here because I know I'm going to get some comments of why didn't you go with the hitch that has the goose ball in it and the airbag? Well, there are your 2 reasons why we did not get the one that has the goose ball and the airbag. 1, airbags have problems. We want something that's virtually maintenance free, which you heard the installer say, this is practically maintenance free. And 2, we have a toolbox in the bed of my truck. I cannot see that goose ball. And from what I hear, if you can see the goose ball, you still can have multiple problems of hooking up that hitch that we're talking about. Not this one, but the hitch that we're talking about, not going to name names of. You still have problems hooking that thing up. And a lot of you may say, well, I want my bed to be free and clear. I don't want a 5th wheel hitch in the bed of my truck. You don't have to. When you pull up to the campsite, don't unhitch here if you have a 5th wheel hitch. leave it hooked up here, unhook it from the bed of your truck. Stay connected here, unhook here, 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 and here, and raise it up. Lock it to the kingpin, and boom, you've got a free and clear bed. So problem solved on that. Now, let's see what we have to say about this pin box. Okay, so here it is, the update on the Morryde pin box that we bought in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina at the Grand Design Rally. We've come about 700 miles with this thing, and I feel like now, instead of later, is a good time to give an update and a review on this. So, when we normally traveled with our fixed 1621 pin box from Lippert, the front cap is our closet. And every time we'd get somewhere, it looked like you put our closet on spin cycle. Everything was on the floor, everything was tossed around, it was terrible. And I kid you not, on the way here, over the 700 miles, one trip, everything was still in its place. It was amazing. The chucking was very reduced. It was still there. Don't get me wrong, it's not going to solve everything, but it was very, very minimal. A big difference. We could tell a huge difference right out of the gate. As soon as we hit the interstate, huge difference. So, just to be clear, we did pay almost $800 for this pin box to have it installed, everything. I am not getting paid by Morryde to give you a good view, a good review, or a good opinion. This is our honest opinion of this pin box. My only regret is that we did not upgrade sooner. So, yes, for Morryde. Yes, if you are going to upgrade your pin box, give them a shout and make sure that you get the right one, because there's different pin boxes for different applications and they will hook you up. They'll take care of you. So again, I am Bobby with Travels Abound. We greatly appreciate you being here, and until the next time, we'll see you later.